Hi everyone, it's Maggie, and I'm here with some more Christmassy, I guess you'd call it, projects. I made a couple more fabric gift books and a gift bag, so I just wanted to share them with you. The first one is Shabby Chic. No, that's not the first one. The first one's vintage, isn't it? So this is the vintage one, and I made it out of a Battenberg doily, and the doily, this is one piece. And how I made this was I turned the doily over and I put some batting on either side. I kept the middle plain so that I could fold it easily, and then I just covered it with muslin, and then I cut around where the Battenberg, the lace part, starts, so it took on the shape of the doily, and I just thought it made a cute little gift book. So let me turn it over again, and I'll show you a little bit of what I did. I can't really pull these apart, or all you're gonna see is like tangles. But I used a fringe for the bottom, and then I used this trim on top of that, and then this trim on top of this, and I wanted to use, I don't know if they're vintage, but I want to use vintage looking trims for this one. And so I added those to the bottom. This is the image, and I did pad the inside of the image, and then I went around the top and the sides with this little trim here that I've used it throughout my Christmas projects because I don't know, it just reminded me kind of something to do with winter. Anyways, it just looked to me, I tried to think of what it looked like, and I wasn't sure, but it just, to me, it just said winter. So then I just started embellishing. I did this corner first, and here's one of my snowflake flowers with the pearl and rhinestone flower center, and underneath that is this piece of curtain, and underneath that is part of a flower applique here. And then I added these little white flowers, and some of this you'll recognize from Cross Supplies for You. And I put my rhinestone buttons in the middle, and then this is from Cross Supplies for You, the flowers, and these little beaded pieces. And then I took when I printed these out, you know how you have like space between the photos, and I don't know how to like print on the laptop and then print it out, so I just wrote in my handwriting Happy Holidays. And here's another piece of that applique down the bottom on there, and then I just went around the rest of it with this trim here that is out of stock. But I just love it. It's in the beige. I think there's white left, but I'm not positive. In the store when she reopens. And then on the inside, I added this trim here for pockets. And in the center, because they're flowers, I added the little acrylic and rhinestone flowers to the top and bottom row. And then I added my little tiny these are little tiny porcelain roses in the middle row. And then I added this trim here from the front. Did I have that in the front too? Yes, I did. And I just added that to cover up kind of the bottom of the back. It really didn't need anything else. And then this is the rest of that applique from the front. It's hanging here, and then this we call it, this is also from Cross Supplies for You. We call it a Battenberg flower. And that's really all I did to the inside. And so that's it. That's the vintage or Victorian inspired one. And then I have a Shabby Chic one here. And I love this image. And she's also padded. This was made using a napkin, which is what I normally use. For the front, I added this bridal material, and then this piece in the back. I think what I did, this piece here, it went across here, and then it ended in the back here. So that's why I added the bridal material to the front. And then I went around again with that same trim that I used on the other one, and I just added like this going down the middle for the spine. This is a by the yard flower, but they can be cut individually too for appliques. And then here's a little applique and pearl piece up in that corner, and then down here are some more flowers that I took from this trim here. Here's a piece that someone sent to me, and also this little bow with the ribbon flowers. This is an applique, a dimensional applique, and I added one of those little rosettes in the middle of that. And then down the bottom, this trim here, this is a fairly new one at KS for You, and to me it looks like icicles when you put it this way. And I added all the little acrylic and rhinestone flowers to all the ends of them, and I thought it just made it look more like icicles. And then I added this flower dangle piece here, and then this here is from my stash, this tulle, and it's just a tulle and material gathered trim. And then there's more of that little trim there, and underneath there's 2 rows of this white from my trim from my stash, and then that's on the other side. I'll show you that when I open it up. And if you see hair flying around, I don't know why, but my hair is like electric today. So you might see that from the camera, but I can't, so I don't know. But anyways, I used this wide lace for the pockets. I went down the middle with, this is actually an elastic trim, and the elastic gets in the middle, so I wanted to hide that, and I put this trim there to hide it. And then I went all around with this. I just love this in the white. I used the beige on the other one, and this is the white one. And then I added this trim on the bottom of the inside, and then this embroidered trim on top of that, and then on either side these little appliques, and I added the acrylic flowers. And that's all I did to the inside. Once you put something in the pockets, it kind of decorates itself too. So that's the Shabby Chic one. And then, let me put that there. And then here's the gift bag. This is made from a napkin. I think I cut it in half, and then I just sewed up the 3 sides. And I sewed the inside just, to even it off. And then I added this angel here, and I went around again. You're going to see that trim. I just love that trim for winter. And then I had a little piece of this left, so I added it to both the bottom, the sides. And then here's a flower applique with a pearl. There's these little, I'm not sure what they're called, but these are from Wild Orchid Crafts. This was already on the napkin, and I left it, this rose here. I think it's a rose. And so what I did was I added some millinery flowers that just brought out the color. And then here's some blue millinery flowers that match the flowers in her hair. And that's really all I did. I went around the back with that same trim just to finish it off. And that's it. I kept it fairly simple, but something will go inside of that too to somebody. So that's it. Those are my projects. I know you're probably getting tired of looking at all these gift pocket books and that, but for some reason I just think they make the perfect gift, and then you can add whatever you want inside. And if you want to mail them to somebody, you know, it doesn't take a lot of room, so it helps with the postage. Oh, and before I forget, these little flowers, I love these. Look at those. So I added a few of those here and there. So that's it, everyone. That's my project. So if you'd like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back again soon with another project share. Bye for now.